Rivalries. They're full of conflict, fierce competition, and always have plenty of juicy drama. Sit down, get comfortable, and let us tell you the story of one such rivalry. A war of the ages. Today we're taking you way back to 1989, when Sega released the Genesis. This little old Genesis may look innocent enough, but it had an agenda from the moment it came into existence. You see, Nintendo was dominating the gaming industry after the 80s. They saw how the market was oversaturated with bad consoles and even worse games. Nintendo observed and said, you know what? This sucks. Because they understood that people don't just like handing out money. They expect a little something for their hard-earned dough. And what did Nintendo do about it? They created the Nintendo Entertainment System, otherwise known as the NES. This console was so different, so unique, so not awful. It was the only worthy console on the market at the time. We actually have a video all about how the NES saved console gaming if you want to check that out. Sega, seeing Nintendo enjoying their pool of cash a la Scrooge McDuck, wanted a piece of that pie. So they brought forth the legendary Genesis. What was so legendary? Well, for starters, Genesis was a 16-bit console, the first of its kind. But what really secured the console spot in gaming history was that it was the spark that started the first ever console war.
In the red corner, we have Nintendo, the reigning champion, undefeated, dominating. They have Mario, they have Mega Man, and they just released the Game Boy. In the blue corner, we have Sega, a scrawny fighter with a 16-bit console. Sega has their eyes on the belt and is in it to win it.
Do you know what I have that you don't? Catchy adverts. Roll a clip.
What Nintendo?
You're still going with this guy as your mascot.
You're still going with an 8-bit console? That's adorable.
Ha! You think you're the only one who can make a 16-bit console? Think again.
Wait, you can't do that. He can't do that.
Oh, and that's not all. We have the latest installment of Street Fighter. Suck on this.
Stunned, dazed, confused. Sega needs a comeback. Nintendo's too powerful, too strong. But Sega is fast.
You see, Sega realized something crucial during their battle with Nintendo. Their competitor had the immensely popular Mario as their mascot. They also had great games, so Sega had to rise to the challenge. And rise they did. They clapped back with Sonic, thus starting vicious playground arguments as to who was better. It was hyperactive blue hedgehog versus Italian plumber. A brilliant move on Sega's part.
Still not as good as Nintendo though.
Tell that to the millions of people that bought my console.
That's cute. Do you know how much money we've made?
Congratulations! So much money and still walking around with an outdated mustache and dingy overalls.
Let's see if you still think Sonic is cool after seeing this.
Sega and Nintendo continued this battle for a while. It was a seemingly endless loop of everything you can do, I can do better. The rivals competed for years, trying to outdo the other in games and consoles, both fighting for their place at the top. Unfortunately for Sega, what they had in speed and enthusiasm, they lacked in endurance. Sonic games declined in quality, and their console slowly faded in popularity, while Nintendo reigned victorious. Fear not. This tale does not have a dramatically tragic end, because it seems that despite their rivalry, Nintendo and Sega seem to have ended their duel on good terms.
Nope, that's not what happened. Sega stopped making good Sonic games, they lost a lot of money. They even gave Sonic away and stopped making consoles altogether.
Yahoo!